The goal of this video is to introduce you to the Autoimmune Protocol. The Autoimmune Protocol is a comprehensive and structured approach to wellness codified by Dr. Sarah Ballantyne. It addresses all of the various pillars of autoimmune health. It is sometimes called the AIP diet or simply the AIP. The goal of the AIP is threefold: to repair and restore a leaky gut, to rebalance hormonal systems, to regulate the immune system. While the AIP is a powerful tool in the management of chronic illness, and more specifically in the management of autoimmune disease, focusing energy on any of these areas has potential to improve your symptom burden in its own right. The AIP has 6 pillars, which are all equally important in returning the body to a state of balance: a nutrient-dense, anti-inflammatory diet, quality sleep, a proactive practice of stress management, regular and appropriate movement activities, a healthy connection to the planet, and a supportive community. There are 2 main elements to the dietary component of the Autoimmune Protocol: increasing the nutrient density of one's diet in order to flood the body with nutrients, while also eliminating, for a time, foods that are known to have the potential to trigger a negative reaction in the case of autoimmune disease. The goal of the elimination phase is symptom reduction, tangible and measurable improvement in how one feels. The general recommendation is that the elimination phase last a minimum of 30 days, as it is this step that resets our immune system and lays the groundwork for reintroductions. More typically, a 60 to 90 day elimination phase is often appropriate for people to achieve optimal improvement. The second phase of the dietary component of the AIP is reintroduction. One is ready to attempt reintroduction as soon as one has spent 30 to 90 days maintaining a diet that is compliant with the elimination phase, has begun to feel tangible relief of some symptoms, has been able to document measurable improvements of certain symptoms, whether via symptom journaling or medical testing. The goal of the reintroduction phase is to reintegrate the greatest variety of foods possible in order to identify your own personalised diet without triggering an immune response. Following this phase of the protocol, one's diet should provide maximal health while also requiring the smallest number of food restrictions. Before we even begin to change diet and/or our lifestyle, navigating the minefield that is pursuing a precise diagnosis over an extended period of time is in itself stressful. Feeling ill is also stressful. Indeed, illness in and of itself, be it a simple cold, a flu, or an autoimmune disease, is a stressor on the body. It's perhaps not surprising then that 80% of people diagnosed with autoimmune illness report that their diagnosis surfaced further to a period of major stress in their life, whether emotional or physical. Stress is known to be a factor in the development and/or worsening of almost every chronic disease. Learning, therefore, to more effectively manage the inevitable as well as the optional stresses in our lives can often be some of the most powerful skills to add to our wellness toolkit. Sleep is a crucial moment of restoration and repair for the human organism. Despite appearances to the contrary, sleep is a period of intense activity for the mind and body. Body temperature drops, pulse slows, arterial pressure decreases, and pain subsides. Tissues are repaired, muscles are built, skin regenerates, organs are stimulated, and the respiratory, cardiovascular, and glandular systems eliminate toxins, and the immune system resets. Sleeping too little, whether not regularly enough or for too few hours in a row, results in dysregulated bodily functions, period. There is a difference between movement and exercise. What we mean when we say movement is taking a holistic view of all the ways we move throughout our days. There is no gym membership required or any degree of financial investment. We are animals designed to move and to rest. The AIP seeks to reframe movement as something that can be an accessible and nourishing route out of our default state in the modern world of movement poverty. This is in contrast to the kind of exercise that we conceptualise as exclusive, expensive, intensive, and motivated by something other than true well-being. Breadth and variety is as important in our movement as it is in our diet. Illness can be a very isolating experience. In the short term, we hide out on our sofas or in our beds, assuring ourselves that things will get better soon. But over the medium or long term, our gradual disappearance from our friends, our colleagues, or even sometimes our families' lives can have weighty consequences. If you're having trouble explaining to others what is happening in your body, whether it be yet another doctor or to your partner, one thing is for sure: illness is never pleasant, for us or for them. For the person living with autoimmune illness, the experience can be overwhelming. For the people in his or her support network, the loss of full participation by this person in family life, friendship, or work will undoubtedly shift everyone's expectations. An ability to untie all of the different emotions for everyone's well-being requires honest and transparent communication, which is not a gift with which everyone is endowed. Adjusting our human relationships in order to be better supported on our journey to wellness sometimes requires letting fall away relationships with people who can't or don't want to understand what we're going through. Being able to identify our needs allows us to recruit support from new places, online for example, and to widen our social circle to include other people who are perhaps more able and willing to support us. It's hard to deny the feeling of rejuvenation that comes from experiences in natural surroundings, nor is it surprising that natural experiences often result in a number of positive health effects that are entirely measurable. Numerous studies show a positive and statistically significant result on the immune system when people spend time in nature. Additionally, these benefits seem to be more long-lasting in relation to the duration of the time spent in nature, i.e. the benefits of a week of camping near a river will be more long-lasting than a simple walk in the forest one afternoon. Nonetheless, if you only have half an hour per week to commit to finding some green space, it appears that it is already enough to reduce blood pressure and our risk of depression. All things told, spending time in nature seems to improve a person's memory and concentration, improves longevity, reduces stress, minimises inflammation, and supports immune function. It also reduces the risk of chronic illness and improves sleep. In conclusion, the Autoimmune Protocol invites us to re-evaluate the foods and behaviours that don't, in fact, serve us and promote our health. Life in today's modern world is complex. A healthy life in today's modern world requires that one pay attention. The Autoimmune Protocol is a process of individual experimentation that will encourage you to pay attention so that you can begin to identify the foods and behaviours that support your health as well as those that do not.